Hello and welcome to Cedar Valley Today's web update. I'm Kelsey Bemis. The Wartburg College Student Senate debate was held last night to discuss the platforms of the two parties. Nicole Harrison and Avery Mason plan on improving not only communication, but the bonds between all people on campus. Through this, they hope campus will be more united. Jacob Martin and Terry Mueller hope to involve student body opinion, improve cross-curricular and extracurricular relations for students, and improve residence halls and facilities within.
I think our involvement, I think just the relationships we've built previously, and we can build off those relationships to further our ideas and get things done and implement them.
We have a lot of experience collectively in Student Senate and as leaders just in general on a lot of different organizations, including Student Senate.
I would also agree that our experience, along with our general passion, which I do believe the other ticket shares, but just from the array of activities that we are involved in also.
The Waverly Health Center Foundation has reached the halfway mark on their goal of building a new health facility. The foundation's capital campaign committee announced it has raised over $300,000 to fund a 3,500 square foot expansion of the Christoffel Clinic and relocation of cardiac rehabilitation services. The capital campaign goal is $745,000. A new scholarship will be offered at Wartburg College. The Natty Perham Washington, D.C. Experiential Learning Scholarship will allow students to travel to Washington, D.C. for an internship. Abai Natty Perham, the scholarship's founder, says that the inspiration for the scholarship came from his own experience in D.C.
It opened up a lot of doors in other ways as well. I just made a lot of friends out there, and when I was applying for jobs after law school, I was able to tap a lot of those resources and get recommendations and maybe even go out there and work. So I realized that one summer actually opened up a lot of doors for me.
And the scholarship may be needed following an announcement on campus Friday. President Colson in the business office announced that tuition will increase for the 2014-2015 year. Cedar Valley Today's Ashley Davis tells us what all goes into making this decision.
$42,905. That's the current price of tuition, student fees, room, and board at Wartburg College. It sounds like a lot of money until you hear what the 2014 to 2015 academic year is going to cost. In an email sent out Friday, students found out this figure would be increasing to $45,040.
I don't like to pay more ever, really, for anything, because what's going to change that's making me pay more? Like, why am I paying more? Like, what am I getting out of it?
I so often hear, oh, I'm paying $45,000. Well, not really.
So what is the reasoning for an increase of the cost of a Wartburg education?
We recognize that costs go up in the world, right? Milk costs more, gasoline costs more, and education costs more. Healthcare costs more, and all those things impact an institution as well.
And unlike public colleges and universities, private colleges have to raise and earn the money they need to operate.
We clearly do look at all the sources that we can for potential revenue and try and keep things as balanced as we can. The reality is we're a not-for-profit, and so we're really only looking to bring in the revenue that we absolutely have to cover the expenses of an education. So primarily that's tuition.
For the academic year of 2009 to 2010, the total cost of tuition, student fees, room, and board was $35,065, which puts the increase over the past 5 years at about 18%. So what does this mean for the future of students?
If you look at it from our perspective now, 20 years out, what that would be at a 3 to 5% increase every year, which is kind of what's been happening in recent years, that's scary, but I think it's not realistic. So you have to sort of adjust your thinking on that and say, okay, well, let's do some projections for what a house will cost then, what earnings will be then. And are those still in relation to one another? And as long as they're still in relation to one another, there isn't that much to be afraid of.
Now, tuition for the upcoming academic year has increased by 4.97%. This tops the previous year when tuition increased by 4.51%. Thanks again for watching the Cedar Valley Today web update. We'll see you again on Friday. Have a great day.